Can you hear me? Acid Alone in the Woods. I think just from the title itself, this sounds like an intense, horrifying experience. And then as you watch it, I feel like all of that was just kind of confirmed. I did love the intensity. I thought that it was raw and kind of primal. I think that it played off of the fire a lot with that, which I think was the correct call, because not only just for like the logistical reasons of if you are alone in the woods and it is after dark, like after the sun has set, like there's just not light. Like you the logistical sense of like you would need it as a light source, you would need it as a heat source, but also I feel like fire does invoke a kind of primal raw energy, and especially when you pair that with the dancing, I think they worked really well off of each other. And I just loved the way that the music and the kind of undercurrent that was giving you emotionally paired up with the dancing and kind of how things were amping up and amping up. And then the twist at the end was really great. I think it is an absolute nightmare, but I also think that like that's kind of the point of something like this, that she feels kind of like paranoid and she's hearing things and she's really into it and she's like really in the moment and in kind of her head. And then at the very very end when she finally like how I viewed it was when she finally calms herself down, she lays down to try and like wake up in the morning when everything is a little bit less scary, and that's when you see the twist, which I thought was very well done.
This dance short film, Acid Alone in the Woods, shows a girl burning a mysterious message in a fire in the woods and then dancing around the fire to fast music. It seems very spiritual to me with the setting and the burning. I think the music matches well with the feeling it gives us while watching, and the dance is a really cool flowing choreography. I think I was really entertained by this, and I liked the vibes that they were giving off with the lighting and the mood that they were able to set.
Who doesn't like a woman frolicking in the middle of the woods, surrounded by fire and dancing the evening away? Here we get to have Acid Alone in the Woods. And so during this experience, it's alluded to the fact that she may just so happen to be tripping on acid during this experience. And, depending on the intention, it could be a spiritual healing practice. And within that, the connectivity that our lead dancer is having in this experience is she actually alone? Despite having this moment of feeling and being present and moving with her body, we are finding that there is a demon in the shadows, almost trying to reach out for her. Not once, not twice, but multiple times, and it also goes all the way up to the very end. So is she really alone in the woods, or is she battling her thoughts? It could be an actuality of things. Is she not actually alone? We don't really know. And so that's the thing about acid, is it has the ability to give us this psychedelic experience to where you can hallucinate and see things that aren't actually there, but you can still very much feel as if they're alive. And so the music is synthy. It definitely makes you want to move and feel as if you're having that rave experience as well. And it's just a fun piece to enjoy.